Does she eat on her belly now?
Yes.
Does she splay out?
Yeah.
So I'm bringing the head up. Hi, baby. Sorry. May I work on you today? Do you think I could help you just a little bit? Okay, you're so cute. You're so sweet. Just look at her little face, everybody. Okay, look at her little face. Okay, may I work on you today? Okay, bring your head up first. Okay, just want to go up. Let's bring it this way. Okay, so now you can take off the collar and then come sit with us too, okay?
Come on.
Okay. So here we are, everyone. This is Yasmin, the owner, mother of Nina. Nina is 15 years old. Tell everybody the breed.
She's a border collie.
Okay, and how did you get her?
I got her from AVCA, New York shelter.
Oh, very nice. Can you tilt your visor up just a tiny bit so we can see your eyes and face? And so how old was...
She was 6 months old. I got her in July, right when the firecracker season started.
Oh, was she spooked by firecrackers?
Yes.
Yeah. And so she's 15 years old now, everyone. And she's, older. She does have arthritis throughout her body. You know, we were talking before we started filming, and arthritis, sometimes you'll go to a doctor or a veterinarian and they'll say, your dog has arthritis, which is almost like one of those obvious things because, we all get arthritis. It's just if some people get it early onset and some people get it eventually. Like my hair is gray, but the inside of my body is turning gray. And what I mean by that is my joints get older. So if you could see a picture of just say like my hand, an x-ray, every year of my life until I'm the age that I am now, you would see them age and they would become a little arthritic. The edges of the bones would be less smooth. And that's a sign of aging. Now some people, they're blessed with, they make it all the way into their 80s with very little arthritis or very little aging in the bones, but that would be extremely rare. So dogs do get arthritis, so do people, so do all animals, and it's part of the aging process. It doesn't really get us that much closer to a defining diagnosis. What happened is in July, she banged herself somehow, banged her back or fell or something.
Yeah, she stumbled into a door and she hurt this left side. And after that, she couldn't walk.
And then, is that when she started walking with her arms out like this?
Well, whenever she started to try and lay down, the arms would go out. And so after that, it became almost her walking position.
Yeah. She doesn't wince or yelp or anything?
No, I've been able to touch her, rub her, so...
Okay. Of course, so Yasmin went to vets and did all the diagnostics and they said that there were some neurological issues in her back leg. They said she has full body arthritis or arthritis throughout her body, suitable to her age at 15 years old. And also, did they do any x-rays or things like that?
No, they haven't done x-rays, but they did full body rotational motion.
They did a whole thing.
Orthopedics, so they looked at her that way.
Yeah, and they probably checked her reflexes, checked her proprioception, and one of the things they probably determined also was that she wasn't in immediate pain.
Yeah.
So therefore, like just spending a lot of extra money looking for pain wasn't there because on palpation or touching, they weren't finding, those pain spots. She's lovely, by the way.
Yeah.
What a face, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to just give her a checkup the way I check up and see what happens, see what I find. And, just just see what we can do. Sometimes there's something in the thoracolumbar junction that might be worth adjusting. I wouldn't mind having her stand up, and let's see if we could do a little proprioception test to see if we see something, just out of curiosity. So this is something that my mentors taught me in my program, and one of the first things we do is we put the knuckles down, and she already doesn't want me to put the knuckle down. So we put the knuckle down and she corrects it, which is a good sign. So that means she doesn't have, and she knows that I'm touching her feet. And what I was going to do here, look at my hand, is put the knuckles down. And some dogs will let you leave it there like that for a minute, 30 seconds. They never correct it. And that's a problem, because they should know that that's not correct, and they should immediately go like this. Another one is we can cross their legs over, and she wants to fix it. Now she's really committed to this wide splay, and I'm curious about that, and I'm reaching into the chest, into the pectoralis area, and seeing if I can see a reason. Her neck might be out. So there's a lot of things to check, but let's check her rear leg placement and proprioception. I'm going to do the same thing. So let's turn her this way if we can. And you can even help me, Yasmin. Can you try to knuckle a leg down? So you're going to, let's do this one first. And then let go. They're a little slower in the back. Do you notice?
Yeah.
And do, so she does correct it. But here, let go, let go. Now she left that knuckle down.
Yeah.
So that's her worst leg. That's why they probably said she had a neurological issue. Yeah. Look, she's still knuckled down, everybody. Can you see that on camera? And she hasn't corrected it still. Now you correct it, Yasmin. And it still doesn't want to find its way. So here, turn her this way. I'm going to do that one more time so we can see it better on camera. And this is very important. So it was this back left one, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to turn it down. So I did this with it. Look, everybody, to my hand. And she has no neurological connection to the fact that her knuckles are down. But you do that on your dog, they won't even let you do that. Look, she's still going. So that's a lot. That is a neurological proprioceptive deficit. And it could be coming from a lesion, it could be coming from a horrible subluxation. But let's do the back right and compare it, okay? And you're a great helper, so I'm going to let you do that for me, okay? You saw what I was doing. Very gently. And look, she's trying to fix that one. Do you guys see that? Do it one more time. She's trying. So that one is not a pass. It's still involved, but it's a little better. The left one's not good at all. The right one is extremely delayed. She corrected it a little bit, but then left it. So they're both not good, but the left is clearly worse. And that was probably what they found.
Yeah.
Did they do things like that? Do you remember?
They did a full body check on all of her reflexes, all of her. Yeah.
And I don't have my hammer, my deep tendon reflex hammer, but we've seen it already. We understand. So I'm gonna start going. Okay. One of the things I like to do is I like to look at the atlas, because the atlas does do the whole circuit board. So the atlas is the top bone. And I'm going to feel the distance between the wings of the atlas and the edge of the occiput. I'm going to see, does she eat on her belly now?
Yes.
Does she splay out?
Yeah.
So I'm bringing the head up. Hi, baby. Sorry. May I work on you today? Do you think I could help you just a little bit? Okay, you're so cute. You're so sweet. Just look at her little face, everybody. Okay, look at her little face. Okay, may I work on you today? Okay, bring your head up first. doesn't want to go up. Let's bring it this way. So I can bring the head, laterally flex it all the way to the left, but the right side is much stiffer.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So the left, I get left lateral flexion. The right side, not much at all. Is it coming from the atlas? Is it coming from... I found a big one here at C5. Atlas is off. Let's go this way. I can't even get it that way at all. Oh my God. Ooh, and then that we found something. All right. Sorry, baby. All right, I'm going to adjust her atlas. I also found something at C5 on the right. We're going to start there. So I'm going to hold your little face, okay? I'm going to laterally flex you a little to the right. One more. Good. Got it. Sorry, baby. There's a shake.
She feels better.
I get involved, so I just like, I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to not be emotionally involved, but I just, it's very emotional for me to work with a dog or a horse. I know exactly what I was on, and I did a good job. That's not why I get emotional. I get emotional because I just so wish I could make a difference. But let's bring her head now. This way. Not yet. All right, so there's more. Okay. Let's bring this leg under. Got it.
My goodness.
Yeah, a little.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Pepe.
Is Nina okay? Nina okay, Papa?
Her legs aren't as wide.
No. But also, when she's been walking, she tended to lean towards the left.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when she's tired, her back right leg leads, and she literally walks sideways.
So we got to do a little more, unfortunately.
And I think also because of all this torquing, that some of this has happened.
So the reason she leans to the left is called an antalgic lean. So to the right is not comfortable, it's painful, it's neurologically compromised. So the body in its intimate or its intuitive wisdom, innate intelligence will lean contra to the side of uncomfortableness. I'm going to do another thing. She just let me be in here. Sorry, babe.
There's so much. Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's that side. Turn her around this way. Sorry, babe. I'm going to put her across my lap. I still have to do one last thing with the atlas. I'm going to use my activator for that. So that's a tapping instrument, and it's high speed, and that way I don't have to use as much force because her atlas is really out. How is she walking now, though?
She's better already, you can see.
So let's bring her back here. Call her over, please.
Come here, come. Come. Come on.
You can lift her if you need to. Here's the atlas. Occiput. Here's that. I just went into the first rib. Here's the shoulder. Thoracic. Now let's turn her this way, this way. All right. Let her stand again. So here's this knuckle. Here's a good sign. She's not letting me touch it anymore. But look at she's placing it.
Oh.
Not yet on that one. Let's try it again. This is good. She's getting a little connection that she doesn't like me touching it and moving it. Remember, it was like dead.
Yeah.
It's like a corpse's hand. That's placement. That's a change, everyone. She's not even letting me touch it. That's a good thing. Nothing. It died again. Do it again. Let me see if I can find a spot that's related to it. Up here. Go like that spot. Let's do a better spot. This one too. I want to get a good pop on this. That one cracked.
I heard that.
Okay. Let her walk again, and then we'll recheck. We want to wake that up, everyone. Just get no power, no information to that back foot. And proprioception, probably the people are most familiar with it when they get the drunk driver test. So the police pull you over, you're drunk driving. This is not a personal story, by the way, but they do that test where you have to touch your nose, right? With your eyes closed. Look, I'm doing it. But what if you're like this? That means you don't have that proprioception connected because you're drunk and you have alcohol poisoning. So let's do it again, okay? Have her stand. She's still very camped under. That's a horse term, but that's when the legs are under. So I'm going to turn that foot down, turn the foot down, turn the foot down. She's aware that she has a back foot now. Do you see? Let her stand up again. Let her put her own weight there. Put her own weight on it.
Yeah, she's collapsing.
She doesn't want me knuckling her down, so she's fixing it. Let's do the good side, which remember, it wasn't that good. Remember that one had a little bit better. So can you do that side for me? And do it again. No, so let it go flat. Let her feel flat, and then check it again. That one's about the same on that side. but the right one's starting to wake up a little bit, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now walk her around again. You can walk around with the leash if you want. And then we'll finish there. She might be exhausted too.
Yeah.
I just put a lot of input in. I did a little more adjusting than I normally do, but you know, I'm trying to do a little more than I normally do. But we should have her back though, so we'll talk about that when we're done. This is like the day before our Thanksgiving holiday. I know people watch them all over the world, but are kind of, you know, business-wise, we kind of shut down a little bit. So I'm looking a lot at that back placement and also just her forward splay. So her forward splay is not as wide. She's still really leaning hard to the left. Let me just feel her atlas one more time so I can get it as good as I can before she leaves for today. Yeah, that's not really in the way. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. All right, we'll see what happens. So what I mentioned was we're just gonna be closed for about a week. And she's lovely. She's really a cool dog. So let's see. Okay, I'd like to see her again. You can make that decision.
Definitely. It's already been, you can see the difference.
What do you notice so far?
Well,
why don't we end on your comment?
Well, that she can even walk without sliding. First of all, even on the carpet, sometimes she slides.
Okay. And I thought her legs were less wide.
They're less wide, and actually that back left foot, she's actually placing.
Right.
Whereas she would drag it before.
Right, because she had no left rear proprioception. It was down to 0. The right one, let's say on a scale of 0 to 5, was a 1. The left one was a 0, left rear, meaning it would do this, and you could come back in an hour and still like that. And the first one went like, she's trying to think about it. She's trying to pull that back up. Can't. So there's some life there. There's some energy, some brain connection that comes down that says, oh. But on the left, it is like a dead piece of meat on the end of a stick. No connection. But we started to see some connection. The first thing I saw was she didn't want me touching it. That means she could feel it. I grabbed her paw and she's like, stop that, stop that, stop that. That's a great sign. That means she's getting some energy and some knowledge and some information like, why is he touching my foot? Why is he touching my foot? Before, the piece of foot was like some dead thing hanging on her skin. So she wouldn't care if anybody touched it because it was dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully that's waking up. Let's see what happens. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see her as soon as I come back from my break. And thanks for watching, everybody. Let's root for this dog. Let's everybody leave a comment. Anything you want to say?
Thank you. Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome. It's interesting. Did you see it start to wake up a little bit?
You don't know, this last 6 months,
I must have cried during the video. Did you see me?
Yeah, well, this last 6 months has been such a journey because it's not my dog. Yeah. And she's been so active and so alive that...
Oh, you mean she's not the one that you raised?
And, well, not only that, I know she's older, and she knows she's older, but it's taken so much out of her, so much life out of her. And she knows she's missing a lot. And the things that she used to do, she can't do anymore.
Yeah.
And even the simplest things.
Well, you said you used to go for walks with her. You said 30 blocks in the morning, which, people don't realize, but that's 1.5 miles.
At least.
And then another 15 blocks in the afternoon, which is 0.5 mile.
Yeah, yeah.
So 2 miles a day, and that was 6 months ago.
Yeah, and now
nothing.
If we can even do 2 doors down from where we live.
Oh, all right. Thank you. You should immediately go like this. Another one is we can cross their legs over, and she wants to fix it. Now she's really committed to this wide splay, and I'm curious